Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Twisdale. This is lesson 13.7, and you're going to describe distributions. Now your objective today is I can describe the distribution of a data set that I collect. Now this lesson is going to be a short video because it's actually going to take everything you've learned in chapter 12 and 13 and you get to do your own little project. So, just go through, there's 5 steps for this activity. I'm going to tell you what the activity is and what the steps you are going to take, and then you get to do it on your own. So your choice, you can choose to do each step and then come back to the video to make sure you did all the steps. But what I want you to do is to tear out a piece of paper, and then you'll turn all of this work in with all 5 steps into the basket when you're done. So I hope you're listening or you won't be doing it correctly. So step 1, you're going to create a frequency table like, let me get my laser, like this one here. You're going to do that on step 1 of your paper. And then you're going to go around. Felicity, you're okay. Sorry, she's trying to sleep here on my lap. And you're going to ask at least 20 students, Shani, at least 20 students in your school how many pets they have. You're going to record your results in a frequency table like this one. And I would do it by tally marks. So if you ask someone and they have 0 pets, then you would do a tally right here. If they have 4, you would do a tally down here, okay? And then you need to answer this question. What statistical question could you use your data to answer? So what answer or what question is this, all of this answering? 2, you need to take that data from your frequency table and you need to make a dot plot or a histogram. If you don't remember what that is, please check back in your notes to remember what a dot plot is or a histogram. Make sure you have a label on it, so it needs to have a title. Oops. And then step 3, after you do that, so you've collected your data on your frequency table, you've made a dot plot or a histogram, and then you're going to answer these questions. Do you have any clusters, any gaps? So sorry, I'm reading right here. Clusters or gaps, peaks, or does the graph have symmetry? Is it the same on 2 sides? And then you need to describe, in your own words, what your data looks like. Describe the clusters, the gaps, the peaks, and the symmetry. So you could say, in my data, we see a gap between pets 1 through 3, and we see a peak at pets 4, or whatever it might be. Okay? So that's what you're going to describe. Okay, step 4. This one's going to take you a minute. You're going to have to find the mean, median, mode, interquartile range, and the range of the data you collected. So make sure you write all of those down because you have to do all of them. The mean, median, mode, interquartile, and the range. And then you need to draw a box plot, a box and whisker plot, and that one's used to find the interquartile range and range. Okay? So you need to do that in step 4. By now I'm sure you're on the back side of your paper, okay, that you're going to turn into the basket. And then step 5, you have to answer these 2 questions. Which measures of center do you think best describes your data and why? And do you think the interquartile range or the range best describes your data? And you need to answer why. So now you want to pause your video. I would keep this screen up on your screen so you remember the 5 steps you have to do. But you need to collect the data on a frequency table. You need to draw a dot plot or a histogram. Then you're going to describe the data set in your words, including things like clusters, peaks, gaps, and symmetry. You'll want to find the mean, median, mode, range, interquartile range, and draw a box plot, and then answer the 2 questions. When you're completed with this task, make sure you, first of all, you're going to want to show it to me, and then, actually, let's not put it in the basket. Let's go ahead and turn it in with your Flipped Friday work so that you'll turn it all in together, okay? And I'll clarify that in class. Alright, and that's all of this video for today. You'll want to rewatch it if you have any questions, or please